In today's video, we are going to compare the military power of USA versus the rest of NATO in 2025. So let's begin. The USA boasts 1.3 million active duty military personnel, while the rest of NATO combined fields 1.8 million, showcasing a strong collective force. In nuclear warheads, the US dominates with 5,550, whereas the rest of NATO relies primarily on France and the UK, holding around 500 combined. When it comes to main battle tanks, the US operates 2,500 Abrams tanks, while NATO allies collectively deploy over 8,000, including Germany's Leopards and Poland's modernized fleets. The US has 40,000 armored fighting vehicles, but NATO Europe surpasses this with 60,000, thanks to nations like Turkey and Italy. For infantry fighting vehicles, the US fields 4,500 Bradley units, while NATO Europe maintains 7,000, including Germany's Pumas. In armored personnel carriers, the US operates 15,000, but NATO Europe outnumbers with 25,000, featuring models like France's VAB. Artillery strength sees the US with 1,500 systems, while NATO Europe holds 3,500, with Poland and Turkey leading the count. The US has 1,000 multiple launch rocket systems, whereas NATO Europe possesses 1,500, including advanced German and Polish models. Helicopter fleets show the US with 5,500, while NATO Europe fields 3,000, though the US leads in attack variants. For fighter aircraft, the US flies 1,500 F-16s, F-22s, and F-35s, while NATO Europe operates 1,200, including Eurofighters and Reef. Multi-role aircraft numbers favor the US with 2,000, compared to NATO Europe's 1,500. Thanks to America's vast F-35 fleet, bomber aircraft are a US monopoly, with 140 B-1S, B-2S, and B-52s, while NATO Europe has none. Early warning aircraft see the US with 30 E-3 Sentries, while NATO Europe has 15, including British and French models. Maritime patrol aircraft are split, with the US flying 120 P-8 Poseidons, and NATO Europe operating 50, like France's Atlantic. Aircraft carriers highlight US supremacy with 11 supercarriers, while NATO Europe has 3, from the UK and France. Submarine forces show the US with 68 nuclear-powered vessels, while NATO Europe has 30, including UK's Vanguards and France's Triumph. If you want your country's military power comparison with any other country, then write us and comment. Hope you liked the video. If you want to watch more military comparison videos, then subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon.